Well, hi guys, I have some big news and also something that probably unexpected. As probably you have noticed, for the last 2 weeks I didn't publish any video on my YouTube channel, and a lot of things just happened between that time, and this will be probably a little bit emotional video because what I have to say is probably not that nice at all, because I took a time just to reflect and also to talk with my wife about what I'm supposed to do and also what I'm going to do. And it's not easy. It's not easy, at least, to give a hand of a lot of stuff that I have done so far. But of course, I took a decision, and I think the better way is just to go straight forward to the subject and saying that I'm going to give up of aquascaping. And I'm really sorry, and also would like to apologize to Aquaflora, to Esther, about my decision. Also, I think it's not really nice just to give the news all over the internet or in this way, because sometimes we need to pursue our dreams. And to be honest, guys, one of my dreams is to be a fish keeper. I am just messing with all of you, so sorry if I did something wrong. I am just making fun because some of you guys already posted and comment on my posts on Instagram and also on Facebook that I should leave aquascaping and take my time on breeding. And I have decided just to start this video in a very different way. Probably some of you will hate me, but come on guys, it's impossible to give end of something that I am work with for more than 20 years. But I just want to mess around with all of you and make fun of the situation. I hope you don't get mad, but I'm here just to show you all those kids grow up. You probably have seen the movie Das Bigelow, that guy from Fishy, Fishy, Fishy. So let me show you something. And of course, I have a lot of news in the coming weeks or the coming days. I still need to work a little bit on the videos. I am preparing a video about how to take pictures with a mobile phone, because I think now a lot of people don't realize how good the pictures can be by taking with a mobile phone. And I am pretty sure also that a lot of people don't take advantage of 50% that the phone can do. So I am preparing a video just to show you how you can take really nice pictures using your mobile phone. And also, of course, last week, and if you are following me on Instagram and Facebook, I already did some live streams showing my new scape, my 90 centimeters tank, and that one will be the next one that I'm going to show. But first, let's take a look to the kids, and you will be impressed how big they are. If you have seen the movie Das Bigelow, when the guy was just eating the glass saying fishy, 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 look what is going on. Those guys are getting big. This coming now in the 11th week since they start to swim, and look how big those guys are. And let me just put some food so you see how fast they grab the food. This is only a few of them, because most of them they are hide, because I have different sizes in the tank. But look, those guys are definitely big. Hey, fishy, 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 fishy. And you see guys, they eat a lot. They are just taking the food, the same food that I usually give to the parents. Of course, a little bit smashed, let me show also how the tank looks like, because I did a few changes in this layout, mostly because I rescaped the 90 centimeters tank that is in the living room, and I took also some stem plants, some rotalas, just to give some color. They are placed on the background, and since I don't intend to have any red coloration on the other tank, so I had to put it something over here. In this tank I am still running the Aquaclear for one reason, because since I have found, you see that little cartridge, I think that one came with some carbon or something like that. I just placed a small hole that it fits perfectly on the tube and allow to have a better filtration. With the Seachem filter, the Tidal, I'm not sure that will fit, and I'm just waiting for the small fry to get a little bit bigger just to replace. As you can see on the background, we have the stem plants. We have there Rotala rotundifolia etra, Rotunda rotundifolia Yao Yai, orange juice and green, and all of them, they look almost the same for one reason. Light intensity in this tank is still not strong enough. Also, I am doing major water change of 80% every next day, and the tank is almost algae free. As you see, the Hygrophila pinnatifida is also getting some nice coloration and start to release some runners, and also added some new catapa leaves. It seems that the shrimps, they love it, they eat it all, and you see all the kids all around by taking all the food. I feed them 3-4 times a day, and now they are start behaving like a normal Ramirezis. Anytime that someone just come close to the tank, they simply start swimming, coming to the person and asking and begging for food. So if I was going to give food anytime they ask, so probably I had to feed them 10 times a day. And look, the tank in general looks really nice. I'm just waiting for the stem plants to grow a little bit more, and then keep a little bit one small curve. Also added a little bit more of Microsorum pteropus mini just on the top of the branch, just to give a little bit more volume. However, we still see the branches over there. The CO2, because someone else already asked me how the CO2 in this tank, the CO2 is more or less 1.5 bubble per second. Also, I added some gluten snails, because I wanted just to clean a little bit those Anubias, because they start getting a little bit of green spot, even being on the shadow. When I took these plants for the old scape, they were already with some algae on it, and since I'm feeding that much, I'm not vacuuming the tank at all. I am just doing a massive water change, and just that. Fertilization, almost none. Also, I have the skimmer. This skimmer is from Ditchy. I think this is kind of a copycat of ILA Vupa, the first version. It works quite nice. It's 5 volts, and it's connected more or less like in a USB, and it takes just a very small flow that allow also the CO2 to move a little bit better inside of the tank. This is the size of the food I am giving. It's a mix of powder with very tiny grain. What I usually do, I just get my finger wet. I'm not doing now because I'm holding the camera. Get my finger wet and then put it there on the food and let them eat directly on the finger. That will also allow them just to don't be scared. And you see, they are already asking for more food and more food. They are coming to the surface, and at least on the front I counted more than 25. They are not, some of them they are still on the bottom. Also hide on the stem plants because I still have that idea that I took the parents just after the male fertilized the eggs again. So I have a very tiny fry, you see here, probably not, a very tiny fry over here compared to the other ones is really small, and I only have a few. So it means that probably those ones are the ones they survive from the last breeding on the couple in this tank. Another thing that I cannot forget to explain, I already did it on the live stream, but since I'm not posting on YouTube for a while, or at least 2 weeks, anytime I do a major order change, and since we are on summer, I always dose a little bit of prime. And before you ask me again where I get those dosing pumps, you can get it from soap, the dispensers from the soap, or from the alcohol gel, or if you want to order them from Green Aqua, they have it. So the tube that comes with the dispenser is exactly the same size for a 500 milliliters bottle, but you can get it for the small ones, or if you have a bigger bottle and you want to use them, just need to replace the tube that is inside and adapt CO2 hose or air tube, whatever, because it fits, it's universal. And now that you have seen the tank, I will just show you some cinematic parts of the aquarium. And also, I am really sorry for the joke on the beginning. So write it down in the comments what you thought about it. Do you really think that I'm going to give end of all these years of aquascaping? No, it is impossible. And also I'm going to show you in the end of this video a little bit, just a sneak peek of my 90 centimeters planted tank. And also, if you are not following me on Instagram or Facebook, I will just place the links here or links in the description, so you can just take a better look of the tank. I already published a lot of pictures. Also on Facebook, on my page, I already did a live stream where I explained a lot of stuff around that tank. But if you want to wait, because probably the quality will be much better, because as you know, when we compress something for Facebook, that sucks, so you cannot see that clearly. And I intend to release probably in this weekend a video on that tank. Unfortunately, it was not possible to record all those steps because by mistake I hit the cable that was feeding the electricity to the camera, or charging the camera, and at a certain point it stopped recording. And since I was with so much back pains, I just forgot that was recording because it was in time lapse. But anyway, I will try to record in the best way as possible so I can show some of those steps, and also a better overview of the tank with all the plants, explaining what I planted and which plants, why I have done it in that way. And by the way, those rams already spawned once again, both couples, so we're going to have fry once again. So the joke of being or becoming a fish breeder, I will try to find a way, maybe give to some friends, but it is impossible just to place them over here because those guys are tough. I put it in the nursery with a net. The net was not that thin, and those guys end up by sucking all the fry, more than 150, and took them all over in less than 1 hour. But let's see parts of this tank, a cinematic video, and guys, see you in the next one. Take good care of yourself.